I'm Laura Brown, editor-in-chief of InStyle magazine. Welcome to my office. Why do you wear so much black if you can't control your lint? Are we good? Nothing tells a story about anybody more than the clothes they wear, because guess what? If you're a movie star or little old me, you think about what you put on it in the morning, or late in the morning, whenever you get up. Dirty Laundry is about the stories behind clothes told to me by lovely ladies and some dudes.
Well, if you're gonna get your heart like stomped on,
might as well look cute through it.
might as well look cute.
Show me your dirty laundry.
I'm Laura Brown, editor-in-chief of InStyle magazine, and today Rachel Zoe is airing out her dirty laundry.
But it's not dirty.
When did fashion start playing an important or perhaps starring role in your life?
I think I just always was attracted to whatever was beautiful.
Right.
So whether it was flowers, whether it was a pretty plate of food, whether it was Laura Brown, it was whatever drew me and my attention I was obsessed with.
Were you the little feet in the big shoes?
Little feet in big shoes with like 14 necklaces on and like everything I could take of my mother's. And by the way, I still swipe all my mom's stuff. I just don't even know it's gone.
Is there a fashion trend that you did that you filled with regret?
The whole decade of the 80s, I would just erase everything I wore, everything I did, every makeup I put on, everything that made my hair larger, frostier.
Did you do that? You know what this is? What we call it?
The thing, when it was like the thing.
You know what we call it?
What?
In Australia?
What?
A hello fringe.
What the heck is that?
Because you meet and it goes, hello.
No, I did so much worse than that, honey. I was the 80s, the decade of the 80s, just big shoulders, big chunky socks, sneakers, and like, ooh.
Have you ever stolen any clothes or liberated them?
Does that include your mother?
Yeah.
Then yes, I have stolen from my mother countless times.
Anywhere else?
No, I'm too honest.
You are too honest.
I'm way too honest.
Yeah.
You know, my first boss told me that I was way too honest to make it in this business. She did. She's like, you're too good of a girl.
Suck it, boss.
You know, I don't believe in that.
No.
I believe you can be good.
It's terribly bad. The other people have
do.
stolen, but we won't say who. It's time for you
Yes.
to show me your dirty laundry
I have so much dirty laundry.
and give me all your rings.
Okay, so.
Come on.
You want this one?
Yes.
Okay. I must really love you. So this is not the ring.
I do.
This is not the ring that Roger proposed to me in, because that one is reserved for my boys to use. So about 6 years ago, I gave birth to my first son. And, you know, the birth thing is not that easy.
I hear.
Just saying, not that easy. You know, everyone's like, oh, what's Roger going to get you for a push present? I'm like, I don't believe in push presents. Like, I don't know, maybe he'll get me, like, my son's name on my neck or whatever, something, whatever. I thought that would be, like, extravagant and beautiful. And then my psychotic husband, at, like, 4 o'clock in the morning after birthing my son, came in and he's like, are you ready for a surprise? And I was like, no, I'm in agony and I'm tired and no. And then he hands me this box, which I think is gonna be like Skylar's name engraved, which again, would have been beautiful. And that psycho gave me that ring. That psycho that I love more than anything on earth.
It's a psycho of love.
It's a psycho of love, but he said after almost 20 years together and having seen you do what you just did, I feel that you have really earned this ring. So this one was actually for, we just had our 25th anniversary. You know, people after 25 years, you run out of ideas.
When you have these giant big diamonds, any suggestions on how to style them?
I feel like clothing, jewelry, handbags, anything, I feel like it's meant to be worn. I have always treated my things in a way that they can be used in an everyday, because I feel like you just have to live your life in a way that feels right. And I always kind of use the analogy like, why not wear it to Whole Foods? Why not?
Yes.
Why not? If it makes you feel good, wear it to Whole Foods, you know?
You gotta live. Okay, what's next?
Okay, so the year, I believe 2012,
right?
It was my first year as a designer actually coming out with my collection. And I was fortunate enough to be able to custom design my dream gown with and for Carolina Kurkova. And then all of a sudden, Carolina Kurkova walks out, and she's like, with heels probably 6'5", and she walks out with like this elegance and grace and swagger. And I was like, this is the most magical, memorable moment, because my whole life in fashion came to fruition, because there I was at the Met Gala, designing for Carolina Kurkova.
With something you
With
made.
something I made.
With your tiny little hands.
Yeah. And the next day I woke up and I kept looking at Roger and I was like, did this happen?
Whatever, you have your memories.
I have my memories, my Met Gala, but what's that to being in a laundromat, putting a turban on you, babe?
Thank you, you have to focus, you have to prioritize.
So your head is a little larger.
I'm not feeling very Carolina.
It looks equally as beautiful on you, my love.
I look like I drink in the day.
Do you want to see what else I have in my laundry basket?
Yes.
So this is a vintage Halston from the 70s. I bought it when I was pregnant with Sky.
Of course you did. Because when Rachel Zoe is with child, she likes to buy sequin dresses from the 70s, potentially at Studio 54, where people would not be capable of conceiving, put it that way.
I was so bored at night because I was so tired that I just sat online and I shopped, and you know, I thought about all the things I would wear once I had the baby and like went back to like my pretend life and my glamorous life. And you know, funny enough, what I ended up wearing this for was the cover of the Hollywood Reporter.
Yes.
I squeezed my tummy right into this dress and it was a squeeze. I remember my friend Joey like zipping me up and I'm like, don't rip it, but don't squish the baby.
Yeah, like,
you know,
number one, don't rip it. Two, don't squish the baby.
In that order.
Priorities.
Just kidding. Now when I look back on it, it's very emotional for me to see that photo. And I ended up giving birth like literally a week later. So
how often do you wear it now?
Once a year. I do.
What occasion?
Still love it. I love it so much. I wore it to Karine Whitefield's, that incredibly glamorous party that she has in Paris every year.
Oh, yeah.
So I wore it for that.
Do you wear turbans with it?
I have worn a turban with it.
Thank God, because you know, I was thinking it needed something.
Clearly, more is more.
Can you just like, please like dress
More
up for a
is more,
change?
woman.
When you had,
Yes. Yep.
how did it change the way you styled yourself?
I had to be comfortable.
Right.
In the beginning of my pregnancy, I was like really willing to kind of just suck it in. There's a picture of me in this like Givenchy zip up skin tight thing, and I think I was like 4 or 5 months, and I had this little hump. Oh, but I feel like I like busted a rib when I was like zipping that up, and then I said, forget it. Whatever I wear from here on out, I'm not hurting this little angel, and I'm not squeezing into anything else. You need to try and make yourself look semi-cute, but like feel somehow comfortable, you know?
I don't like it when those ladies are like, and I'm just like, I'm in my sample jeans, and I'm like, there's a child in there.
100%. You got to give yourself a break. You really do. Before, during, after, you got to give yourself some breathing room.
If you can't have a break when you're pregs, when
Honey,
can you?
Just
when
embrace
can
it.
You? What else? Ooh.
Another favorite with a great memory. So this is actually Fendi from many, many moons ago.
Ooh.
One of my favorites. So comfortable.
It's like so heavy. It's like
it is
the
heavy.
weight of glamour.
I wore this in one of my first InStyle shoots.
That's a great magazine.
It is, isn't it? Going through my jewelry closet, and then I went and had like one of the best New Year's Eves of my life in St. Bart's, wearing this dress, dancing till 5 o'clock in the morning with Marc Jacobs and many of our friends, and I have so many incredible memories twirling in this dress because you feel
it's
like
so
Stevie
twirly.
Nicks in
Look,
it.
guess what this is? Rachel Zoe twirling in St. Bart's.
It is.
Can you tell?
There's this one picture where I'm literally like twirling and dancing, and I just was like, God, that was such like a fun night. You know, it was such a fun night. You know those rare nights where you get to be with so many of your favorite people, and all of a sudden it's 4 in the morning, and you're like, what happened? Like, I can't stay out this late, but you're like, it was such a great night.
The twirlies.
The twirlies.
The twirlies. What's
Okay.
next?
Okay, so this, one of my absolute favorite things ever. This is one of my very first Missoni pieces, also
Baby's
from the
first
70s.
Missoni.
And very important piece to me. And the reason is at my very first book launch in 2006 or 2007, Margarita Missoni and her family hosted an event for me here in New York, which I believe you were at.
I was there.
With many of our friends. And I wore this, and it was one of my favorite nights, one of my most special nights. I look at the pictures all the time. It was like a magical night, and I was so excited and found out that my book was on New York Times bestseller list that day.
Do you wear it around much? Do you go around a pool or something and go like this?
True story. I actually wore this in the same InStyle shoot that I wore that dress.
Did you?
Yes.
It's like you're obsessed with us.
I love InStyle.
Thank you.
Do you love that I have to style it even though it's just sitting on a hanger?
You really do, because I think that needed that. Yeah, can you, cinch it,
Like I have to cinch it to get the vibe.
Yeah. Are you getting the vibe?
Getting the vibe, babe.
Cinch to get the vibe. What was the last thing you bought?
A blush colored Balenciaga biker jacket.
Real stylists say words like blush, and they're not talking about this.
No,
Just
but
so
it
you
is.
know.
The reason I bought it was because it was that perfect shade of blush. It wasn't too pink. It wasn't too nude yellow. And I was like, this is magic. And I've worn it a lot and I love it.
Do you ever throw in a pair of sweats? Like big, like dorky sweats?
I don't because I can't. It's like I just can't.
What do you put in the house? Do you have like a caftan-y thing?
Yeah.
You like do that? You like,
Yeah.
Rachel does a lot of this.
I do. I do a lot of wafting,
Yeah.
swafting. I'm either in a bathrobe or
Right.
I'm in like a caftan-like thing that
Got it.
just is to me like pajamas.
Okay, you're kind of a fabulous mommy. You know, you aren't always actually aesthetically and maternally.
Yes.
But these mummies who are tired and have one hanging off here and one hanging off there, how would you say, was there one little thing they could do to make themselves feel better?
You know, first of all, I totally relate. Like, don't believe what you see. Like, I'm hanging off here and I'm hanging off there too and hanging on by a thread every minute of the day. But what I say is cover it up with clothes, cover it up with jewelry, cover it up with a lip. You know what I mean? It's like we're all unraveling every day, whether you have kids or you don't. It doesn't matter. We're all trying to do a million things and we all need to try and look good while we're doing it. And that's what getting dressed is all about. And that's what fashion's about.
Fashion. For when you're dead inside.
Yes. Yes.
Rachel Zoe.
Yes.
Thanks so much for coming by and airing out your dirty laundry.
Does it matter that it wasn't dirty?
It's dirty. Accept it.
My laundry's not dirty.